Hello and welcome to today's YouTube episode. My name is Amelia. On today's sewing adventure, I'm going to show you all of the things I've made so far this year. So let's get started. So I thought I would start today by telling you what I am wearing. Today I am wearing the Merchant & Mills Whittaker Pinafore. It is in a lovely denim that I got in the Made My Wardrobe Greta Dungarees kit, and I was lucky enough that I had enough left over to make this whole pinafore dress. I love this pinafore dress. It's really roomy, it's really warm. I particularly enjoy wearing it in winter. I like layering it with things such as the Nico top with the high neck, and also this top. This is a ready-to-wear top that I got in a charity shop years and years ago, and I think it's originally from H&M, but it keeps on going, so I keep on wearing it. One really special thing about this Whittaker Pinafore is these beautiful ceramic buttons that my friend Katrin made for me. So really special. They make it such a special dress, and I particularly enjoy wearing this one. The first three things I'm going to show you, you will know quite well if you've watched my YouTube episodes. They are things I have made sew-alongs for. So this is the Tres Coquelicot Oxford dress. I made a sew-along for this one. It's really beautiful. It's in this lovely viscose from Rainbow Fabrics, really pretty floral viscose. So that is the first thing I made this year. Another thing I made quite recently was the Jones trousers. Again, I do have a whole vlog on the process of making these and how much I enjoyed making these. I absolutely loved making these. These are in the Robert Kaufman cotton drill fabric from Sew Me Sunshine. They're just fantastic. It's a minimal waist pattern, and I particularly love the style of these trousers. And again, quickly, the Agnes shirt. This one was an upcycled embroidery tablecloth shirt that I made. Again, I do have a whole vlog on making this shirt. If you would like to see that, I'm sure you can find that on my channel. But this is the Agnes pajama top by Paper Theory Patterns. So I'm really excited to be talking about the new things that I've been making recently, over the past couple of months, I suppose. And I'm really excited because for all four of the garments I'm going to show you, I've actually used the scraps in quite an interesting way and in a different way each time. So I'm quite excited to be sharing how I have used those scraps with you. The first thing I'm going to show you is this Ruska Tee, and this is from the Named Clothing Breaking the Pattern book, and it's a lovely simple t-shirt, and you should be able to see a photo of me wearing it. It's just a really beautiful ribbed fabric that I got from Lamazi Fabrics, and it is the perfect t-shirt just for spring, for summer, for autumn. I could layer it up with something underneath if I wanted. It's just a really simple pattern, but it fits really well, and this neckline is quite high, which means that I can wear it under dungarees and dungaree dresses quite easily, which I really prefer in my makes as well. And this knit fabric is such a gorgeous colour. It's really, really pretty, and it's such a nice weight as well. The rib detail is on one side, and then on the other side it's kind of like a smoother, just a normal knit fabric. So it's a really gorgeous fabric, and it has made a lovely t-shirt. Now, from the scraps from that one, I managed to make a pattern that was new to me. So I have made the Ruska Tee a few times before, so I knew what I was doing and I knew the fit and what to expect, but this was a new top to me. This is the True Bias Zoe Tank, and you should be able to see a photo of me wearing that one on the screen at the moment. Now, this was from the scraps of that other pattern, so I'm really happy because basically I got a 2 for 1. Now, this was the first time I had made the Zoe Tank. What I did find was that it was actually quite big across here and also across the hips as well. So the bust was a bit big, the hips were a bit big, and the straps were quite long. I did expect that because normally when I make clothes the straps are too long and I do have to shorten them, but I just wanted to try it to see how it would go, and I can still wear it. Even if I wear it as like a pajama top or something like that, I will still wear this, or even a vest, like a layering vest under other clothes. I can still definitely wear it. But this was the first one I made. Obviously I made it out of the scraps from the Ruska Tee, so I wasn't particularly precious about the fabric, even though the fabric is gorgeous. But what I'm going to do with this one, is the next one I make rather, is I'm going to shorten the straps just so that it fits better when I'm wearing it. And I will also take some, well, I could do that on this one as well. I will also take some of the width from across the bust as well. But this was a really enjoyable make. I love the finishing. You can see here I used the twin needle. That's perhaps the practice side. The other side did come out a little bit neater, but I did use the twin needle, so I'm particularly happy with the finish and the binding. It looks really fantastic. Now, I wasn't sure about how easy it would be to make, but it was actually really quite straightforward to make and wasn't that difficult at all. I do have some more ribbed fabrics in my stash, which I'm really excited to make more Zoe tees out of, and I've got lots of scraps like pointille scraps and things like that from makes I've made a long time ago, and I think I will be able to make Zoe tanks out of those too, more so for layering up clothes next winter. In winter I do like to wear a vest top under my clothes, so I think that that will be my plan. The next item of clothing I made was the Papercut Patterns Solar Tee. Now again, I have made this t-shirt lots of times before actually, and I have made it in this exact fabric but different colours before as well. So this is the Tencel jersey fabric sold by the Good Fabric store, and I wanted to make another version of this because I love my other two versions. I've got a pink and a cream version, and I wear them a lot in the summertime. It's such a really gorgeous weight fabric, and it's a really good weight for the warmer weather as well. And I like, you can see it's got a lot of movement in it. It's quite drapey, so it's really comfortable to wear as well. Now on this one, I have used the twin needles as well around the neckline, the shoulder seams and the hem. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. And it is another basic in my wardrobe. So another t-shirt. I know it's not the most exciting thing. I know it's really fun when we get to sew all the gorgeous dresses and shirts and trousers and things like that. But really, basics, we do need them, or I need them, and I do enjoy sewing them as well. And the Solar Tee is a really good basic pattern that we can have in our wardrobe. Now, what I made from the scraps of my Solar Tee was a pair of knickers. Now, these are the Paper Theory pattern Stevie Knickers, and this is a free pattern online if you want to have a go at making your own knickers. They're a great place to start. These are the size 10, and they are perfect for me. I've made loads of these before in the past, and they're really nice out of the Tencel jersey. Obviously, it's such a lovely fabric, and it's good for knickers as well. So you can see here I've just used the plain black Pico elastic on these ones, and I thought, you know, it's good just to have a basic pair of knickers. They're grey, they've got black elastic. I had this elastic in my stash, so it was good just to match them up. And from 1 metre of fabric, I got the t-shirt and the knickers. Now there are a few more scraps left, which means that I might be able to cut some gusset pieces. I don't think the pieces are quite big enough to cut the whole front and the whole back, but still I can have a few more gusset pieces from those scraps as well. So when you think about it, 1 metre of fabric for a t-shirt and a pair of knickers, that's actually really good going. Now the next thing I wanted to show you was the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress. Now this is not my first Lyra dress, I think it might be my fourth, but I really, really love this pattern and I really enjoy making it as well. So this is the Lyra dress. It is made out of a viscose fabric that I got in the fabric shop in Otara in New Zealand when I visited in August. So I've really been wanting to make this dress for a long time, and I just felt like it was the right time to make it, so I made it, and I'm really pleased that I did. I have used this tag from Kylie in the Machine, which I think matches nicely because obviously we've got the black in this fabric as well, so that tag matches. And I've used these beautiful buttons from Pigeon Wishes. They are two different types, but because of the busyness of the fabric and the kind of dark colour of the buttons, you can't really tell, and they do look absolutely gorgeous on the dress as well. So for the Lyra dress, I do size down. I make a size 3. Normally in Tilly and the Buttons patterns I am a size 4, but I do make a size 3 because it is quite oversized and I find that that works for me. I did also make the waist tie belt as well, but sometimes it's nice just to have like a bit more room in your dress. You don't feel like you're like restricted by wearing something tight around your waist. So I do have it there for times if I want to, but I don't always have to wear it. And of course, I made it with pockets. So I'm really pleased with how that one's turned out, and that fabric is absolutely beautiful, and it's just such a lovely dress to make, and it's such a lovely dress to wear as well. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a bra, and I would like to say I made it from the scraps of the Lyra dress, but I did actually make the bra first back in August or Bra-gust. I never know quite how to say it, but I did make this one when I first got the fabric, and the findings and the elastics and everything for this bra actually I bought in Otara as well. They have a really good selection of bra elastics. So that is a really good, helpful tip for you if you ever go there. But I did make this first, so I made sure I had enough to make the Lyra dress first, and because I loved this so much and I knew I was going to make a dress out of that fabric one day, I thought I would make the bra. Now this one has got a foam in it, so that's why it has got that lovely shape, and it is the Watson bra. So that is another really fun way to use the scraps of fabric from your makes. A bit unexpected. What I'm going to do this week, and I haven't done it yet, is I'm going to link my Instagram to this YouTube page. I have to figure out how to do it first, but I will figure out how to do it and I will do it. And then if you want to, you can have a look, and there's quite a few pictures of me with bras that I have made from the fabric scraps from items of clothing I have made, and I just think it's really fun, and I just enjoy making bras as well. And obviously I do make all my clothes, so it is essential that I make my knickers, as you've seen, and also my bras too. And this brings us to the final make of this episode, which is another Bakerloo blouse. Now this one is made from this gorgeous fabric. It's so beautiful. It is the new Fabric Godmother collection. It is a seersucker, and it has got this absolutely amazing texture to it. It's got these beautiful flowers which are pink and red with this lovely green colour as well. And as soon as I saw the fabric, I had to buy some, and I know I'm not supposed to be buying fabric, but it didn't go to my stash. It went straight to the sewing machine, or went straight to the washing machine, and then straight to the washing machine. So I think that's all right. It is so pretty. I love wearing the Bakerloo blouses and dresses. I love the collar detail, and this is such a gorgeous weight fabric for when the weather warms up a little bit too. Now I did add onto it the Kylie in the Machine QT tag. So that says, is it upside down? So it says It says QT and it's really sweet, and it's just in that little side seam there. And then I also added the Kylie in the Machine DIY daisy tag, just because I felt like it matched the fabric really nicely with these lovely little flowers. Again, I used the bias binding, just plain cream bias binding that I had in my stash, because I find that that saves a lot of fabric if you do that, rather than cut the bias binding out of the fabric itself. And then just elastic in the sleeves and just a plain button that I found in my stash. So super happy with how this one has turned out. So from the scraps of this one, I did make this headband. Now, this is from an online tutorial, but I can't remember exactly what tutorial I used for this, but I have just kept in my memory how to make it. It's essentially just making a long thin tube of fabric, tying it in a knot at the top, and then hot gluing it down the sides. But if I do find the original tutorial, I will pop it in the description box below. So that is another way to use scraps of your fabric, making a headband. So that is it for today's YouTube episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it. I loved showing you the things that I have made so far this year. I know some of them, you know them really well. We didn't spend too much time talking about them, but the new things, I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and also some of the interesting ways that I have used scraps as well. There were 4 different ways. There was the headband, there was the bra, there was the knickers, and the vest top. So I'm hoping that that was of some use to you. If you've got lots of scraps, like most of us sewists do, lying around, then that has given you some inspiration to make something new from something that's been discarded. Thank you so much for watching today's YouTube episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate everyone watching and following and subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet already, I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. And also if you could like this video, that would be amazing as well. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you here again soon.